How do you play this game again? What's up, guys? Shadow Steel here. Welcome back to another Railroads Online video. It's been a while since I've actually played Railroads Online. More so than you realize, because not only is this the first video I've recorded in a while, it's mainly because I've been distracted by another game that I recently got. And then one of my other games had an update that added some features and so on and so forth. I do have a bunch of other videos recorded for the channel, but they're all older videos, so they're probably gonna have a little disclaimer at the beginning mentioning how old they are. One of them's already actually edited, ready to go, just needs to be rendered and everything. But yeah, just aside from that, we're back into Railroads Online. We're gonna be running our freight here with a Class 70 rather than the Mogul, because when I did some tests on this train, the Mogul was not able to get out from the base of the mountains here. It was not able to climb with this train at realistic settings. Oh geez. So I decided get a Class 70, get her up and running, and we'll get her moving. And off we go. If I can get the whistle to go. Okay, off we go. Open the cocks too, why not? Get a whole bunch of steam out here. Oh, there goes the other guy. He's ringing his bell too. Alright. Are we slipping a little bit? Looks like it. I know that slipping is not actually a thing in this game. Not exactly significantly anyway. But it's kind of funny to imagine these locomotives would be slipping quite a bit. Okay, off we go. Keep the throttle kind of closed here as we get down to the mountains here. Open up the doors here. There's no roof hatch, so we're fine with that. Alright, shut the throttle off, let her coast. Pick up speed here, we're about 10 miles an hour. We can pick up a little bit more speed. Use the reg a bit, or the Johnson bar here. Alright, shut the throttle off. That should do it. Not sure where we want to be here. What we want to do is maintain speed and get ourselves down to the bottom of the grade, so 20 miles an hour right now. Let's get a little bit of brakes on here. What the hell? Weird rock. We're maintaining speed downhill. That's because we got a bunch of weight behind us. Alright, and then we go to the map here real quick and we'll organize our switches down here. Make sure we're lined through. There we go. Wait, are we? I did not flip the switch. Flip the switch. Flip that as well. Flip that. Still picking up speed, aren't we? Yeah, we're staying steady at about 25 miles an hour. That's good. Gonna loop ourselves around here. Make sure we're lined out there. Good. And make sure we're lined here. Good there. This one is not lined for us. Alright, lined and ready. Yep, we don't need to worry about the speed there. Doing okay. That's good. Make sure we got everything good here. Doing alright. Oh, did I put the marker lamps on the caboose? I don't think I did. Woo! I did? Did I? I did. Alright, it's got the marker lamps. Good. We'll smoke on the caboose. Some pacing shots here. It's not easy to get pacing done here. I do like the idea of it. Try and get some pacing shots to the locomotive as it rolls by. We'll kind of do this. That way we can get a good shot of this. I can never get the camera to go straight. Oh, tree. And granted, we are going downhill, so... see if I can get, don't mind me while I get some screenshots for the thumbnail. There you go. That'll do. There it goes. He's flying down the line there. That's for damn sure. Here she comes. Okay. Hopefully this works. There you go. Got it. That was a rough shot, but oh well. And I can't move the mouse is not far enough away for me to move the, like, my mouse is not far enough away so I can move the camera, so that's just brilliant. Oh, he's slowing down. Look at that. Ah! There you go. Mouse is having some issues today. Hear the echo in the background. Whee! Down we go. Maybe not here. Oh, that might be good. Maybe not this angle. Let's go on the other side. Nah. Trying to get a good shot of the locomotive as it rolls by. Here she comes. See a little bit of an uphill there as we go up and down there. A curve right here that might work. Just the echo just drops. Would be a cool shot. This might be worth it. Oh, here she is. There we go. Kind of the same shot as we did last time, actually, now that I think about it. Whoopsie. Ah. Another shot. There's another spot we can go to. Pretty good one, honestly. Where is... there she is. Oh, she's slowing down because we're on a hill. Full bore. I think it was like right down here. Yeah, here it is. There she is. This should be a cool shot. It's just, I'm not just rail fanning my own locomotive as she rolls down the hill. Oh, this is just ridiculous. One of the few things I miss about the game was the Railroads Online. Like, there was a mini map program. I think it was Railroads Online Extended that you could use to operate the locomotives externally. They got rid of it, of course. Like, they dropped support of it when the map update came out. But yeah, that was one of those programs that was very nice, like loved a lot. But like having a third part, like having that ability to control the locomotive outside the cab was nice. It made it feel more like a model train type thing for the most part. But granted, that I also understand why they dropped support of it. I mean, granted, the mini map system that we have now is quite nice. It's actually like a lot of the features for it has the same features as the I'm just getting screenshot after screenshot at this point. A lot of the features that come with that had come with that program, they just work naturally in the game now. So, which is kind of cool. Where are you going? Oh, there's a horseshoe up here, right? That's right. I want to see something. I want to see if I can get over there. Yeah, probably not the best option over there. I know a couple spots where I can get some good screenshots, but yeah. Those might be good. No, because the shadows are kind of pointing the other way, it might not be good. Get the line over there. We need to start unloading stuff as well. Like, more frequently to the gold mining industries. We're only, like, this is the line out to, what the, I lost my train of thought, quite literally. Yoink. We're on this car, that's good. Well, this is kind of a cool shot, actually. Alright, it's actually pretty cool. Feels like an actual, like, what is going on here? Trying to get the camera centered on the locomotive here. That would be right out of there, I guess. Use the crosshair to kind of make sure your camera's centered. Can I crouch? I think I can crouch, right? Yeah, I can. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's Railroader where you can't crouch. Whee! Broad sweeping curve and then this tight little curve here. Jeez. Oh, we're way off in the center. I look back on the train here. Doing a bit of rail fanning. It's kind of cool, though, gotta admit. Like, the idea of rail fanning in this game is quite nice. I've actually made a couple of videos, like a couple of old videos on my channel. One of which is a short, actually, on my channel. I'll link that in the description, actually, if you want to check that out. This was back when I did not have the greatest PC. And I was running on Pine Valley with the Eureka and the Glenbrook. I hate using their name, like using those names to identify them, but that's what they're called in game. Even though the actual like Baldwin identifiers are very different. Now that I know them, but I don't know them. That's why I'm calling them the Eureka and the Glenbrook, because technically I don't remember the Baldwin classifications. But everybody knows them as those two particular locomotives. Lord knows that when another particular narrow gauge steam locomotive game comes out, I am going to have a tough time figuring out what the hell each locomotive is going to be called. Okay, there's the grass down there. Where? What? The spline update, I gotta admit, like, this map, honestly, was very interesting to build. I was actually talking with somebody recently on the Railroads Online Discord, and actually mentioned, they actually like asked if I was like they didn't recognize that I was the actual channel. Like they knew my initials because on another Discord I was on, I have my initials labeled as VRP, Virtual Railfan Productions. And they were like, wait, are you actually Virtual Railfan Productions? Like, yeah, that's my main channel there. And it was one of those situations where like, oh, that's right. People don't, like, first of all, there's actually a rule on the other Discord where, like, one of the Discords I'm on, where you cannot advertise because, you know, that's kind of like self-promotion is not really allowed, because if you do that, you're kind of like asking for trouble, because first of all, that the Discord where that rule is in place, it's for another YouTuber's Discord, essentially. So having, like, advertising yourself there is kind of like frowned upon. Now, if you ask them, I believe if you do ask the moderators, you can actually get permission to like share your own videos and whatnot, but typically I don't do that. I typically just don't worry about the advertising side of things, and just let, if anybody wants to seek out my videos and whatnot, that they can do so. Which is why I put VRP in my Discord description, like my Discord name on that Discord. However, I didn't do that on the Railroads Online Discord, because at that point I was like, okay, that's probably not a big deal there. The reason I did it on the other Discord, I'm just gonna, might as well say it. I'm on the Heist Discord, Heist's own Discord. So I put my name, I'm a channel member of his, so I put my channel initials on that Discord, on my Discord name in that particular Discord only, so that people knew who I was, what channel I was representing on the channel membership. Granted, that's kind of redundant at the end of the day, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I would rather like people know where, like, what channel I'm like subscribed through, rather than anything else. Anyway, story short, like I was mentioning to him, this other user on the Railroads Online Discord, that I had been using this map since it released. Keep in mind, I think this map is like 2 years old at least. No, not 2 years old, because the game came out in 2021. I think this update well, actually, it might have been 2 years at this point. It might be 2 years this year, because I think it was 2023 when they released the winter update, which included this map. I'd have to look it up, but and that might be another time, but I think it was 2023, 2024. I want to say it had to have been at least 2023, because I think 2024 is when they went to 1.0. Yeah, so it had to have been 2023 when they released this map. So I've been operating on this map for 2 years now at this point. I mean, well, actually, let me double check. I have we'll take a look at the saves here real quick. Save game. We'll go through here. You can see all those saves here, honestly. Yeah, there it is. First one's right here. So that's not the oldest save. Okay, 2024 is when this map came out. So it's been at least a year. And keep in mind, that's like not the oldest save, but like that's pretty close to when they released the update. So it was January of 2024. So I was about right, 2 years at least. Which is pretty impressive for a game. Like, for me, in terms of this game, I've been running this map like I said, I was like 2024, beginning of 2024 when I started this map, and now I've got all the industries connected. I've got various other industries connected. We're actually going to need to release the brakes here so we can actually get moving. There's actually a hill, an uphill segment right down on that segment there, right where the tree line is. It's right above the town. We're actually quite far along here. So yeah, we're about 20 minutes now of recording here. But yeah, this map has been a long journey, if you will. Some of it recorded, some of it not. A lot of the track building stuff I never did recording-wise, because I figured it was more fun to run the trains. But I think once I deliver some gold bullion, I might actually do a new series on the brand new Mesa Plains map, I think it's called. Which, Lord knows I gotta do a different railroad name for this. Yeah, it's gonna be, we're coming up to a series, like this series, I never really thought that Railroads Online would take off like it did when 1.0 was announced. What Railroads Online has always been kind of a niche game, at least in my opinion. It's a decent game. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And the audience is already so small to begin with because you're dealing with a railroad type that is not a gauge type that is not very well known. I mean, 3-foot narrow gauge is not very common outside of Colorado. You had a couple, at least now, not nowadays. You had quite a few of them back in the day, but the only ones that stuck around and people know about are the Denver and Rio Grande Westerns. The Denver and Rio Grande Western, the Rio Grande Southern, and Colorado Southern being 3 major ones that people know of. And a lot of other people are like, well, and granted, you could mention other railroads that have operated narrow gauge, like the Southern Pacific had a narrow gauge operation for a little bit, and so on and so forth. But many people just recognize the 3 big ones over in Colorado as being the narrow gauge outfits. Actually, it's rather interesting because I believe out where I live, in my state, and I'm in the Midwest, there was a narrow gauge operation out where not like somewhere in my state. I don't think it was where I live because I live out in a fairly, I wouldn't say hilly, but it's not like mountain territory here. Okay, here we are back. We're now on the grass. But yeah, narrow gauge operation is so niche of a topic that everybody always just thinks of the big locomotives, the big railroads, the standard gauge equipment. No one really bothers with the narrow gauge equipment anymore. So games like this are going to have a small audience to begin with, and then you're going to make the audience and then depending on the era and whatnot, that audience is going to be smaller. Okay, this is what I'm talking about right now. You can hear that the locomotive is slowing down as we climb this hill. There is a hill right where we're at, just getting up here, and this is going to be a trick here for me to deal with. Now, if I need to double the hill, I will, but I don't believe I need to double it with the Class 70 on realistic settings, because I've done this before. Maybe we might need to. We're slowing down significantly. Turn the standards on, too. Why not? Turn the bell on. Do all the tricks to get this locomotive up to speed here. Now, if we do need to double the hill, we will double the hill, but I don't think I will need to do that. There is a set, like I said, this is a relatively decent grade. I want to say this is a 2%, maybe 3% at this point, because we're going up and down. When I originally built this line, it was actually going up a little higher than this, and I didn't even realize I didn't need to be that high to get up the hill, up the mountain, so I think what I'm going to do, if we do stall out, which I don't think I will, but we're kind of slow here. Who knows? Where are we at on the map, actually? Oh, yeah, you can see that we are climbing a grade here. So, we were there. We're now on this level here. And we're kind of climbing just so slightly. This is where the grade kind of stops. This is the top of the grade here. And then we just go straight back down. So, hopefully we'll make it up the hill, but I don't have high hopes. I just got the bare minimum of the strength I needed to get up the hill. So, this does mean I can do a screenshot soon. That's motion blur. We don't need that. There we go. Yep. There we go. Got it. Okay, you can see where the grade kind of basically stops here. So, we'll go... where? Whoops. Ah! That did not work. That did not work as intended. That might work. Oh yeah, she's picking up speed now. She's good now. Just barely, though. This is a nice shot, though, I gotta admit. Yeah, we'll definitely, yeah, this is definitely an end card type of thing here. That's cool. Who would have thought that water would weigh you down a lot? I thought I just saw the caboose waddle a little bit, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's actually quite a nice shot of the mountains. I might make that as my desktop background there. I still have not set up a desktop background for my computer. There he goes. There we go. Got it. We got him. We got him, boys. Oh, now we're slowed down again. Jesus. I can't see anything. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Well, not that much. Alright, get back in the cab. Before you die. Alright, here we are. Top of the grade. Top of the grade. This is where things got... I'm actually quite surprised how well this locomotive handled with this train. Might as well turn the sanders off here. We've used up quite a bit of sand here. How much water is in tender here? We might need to... Do we need to stop for water? No, we're good. We're good. We don't need to stop for water. Probably should put some more firewood in, though. At least 2 more logs should do it. There we go. The actual angle cocks might be not the greatest, honestly. Just looking at that now. Water glass is not too bad. It's an old bottle, so I'm not complaining about it too much here. All right, come on, make up the hill. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. Get up the hill. There she goes. Now she's picking up speed. I can hear it. Made it to the top. What the hell? Oh, it was a visual glitch. I'm looking at the groundwork over there and see like there's a cut in the groundwork there, and it's like, oh, that's a visual glitch. I've had to rework some of the track around here a long time ago. I really should go back and rework a lot more of it. Now that we have a lot more tools to do so. It is just, man, this train is just slugging. But that's kind of the goal. That was kind of the goal of this run, was actually to kind of get the bare minimum of motive power to get the train up the hill. It looks like we're doing that. So where is our next stop? Our next stop is down to the mines here. And we need to make sure we are aligned for track 1. But we can't get around the cars that are out there right now. We have not organized that train just yet. Huh. I just noticed that. There is a set of cars over there that needs to be moved. Interesting. Alright. Should probably get around to doing that soon. Make sure we should be good out there. Well, that's good. And then from there, I think what I'm going to do, as I am going to... we might be good here. Still flying around these curves here. We're going a little fast for my liking. Oh, no, we weren't. We're going fine. A little waddling little goofball here. Alright, back to the map here. We might be able... Yeah, we might be able to hold it off until we get past the sightings out there. So what we're gonna do... There. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna switch this out this way so we can get out. Speed's still about 20 miles an hour, so that's good. We're not doing too fast. We're not going too fast on this line here. And that should do it. We should be good. About 20 miles an hour, so that's good. Now we're picking up speed. Let's get some more. Let's drop the Johnson bar, see what we can do. See what we can pump it up in terms of power here. In terms of speed and power. Speed and power. And this little goofball over locomotive models, I gotta say. There's Lone Pine there's Lone Pine Hill right there. There's a single pine tree that's just sitting there for some weird reason. I don't know why. Is that like right next to the track? Yeah, that's pretty close to the track there. Should put a sign there. Lone tree. One tree. One tree dream. Now off we go. Traveling about 25 miles an hour right now on this thing. Probably would not want to be traveling that fast in this little locomotive, but oh well. Let's see what we can do. Let me drop the reverser down to 20. 21 to do it. Alright, here we come. Now that I think about it, we do need a switcher out there, and I think I know the perfect locomotive for that job. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on which locomotive I'd use. Off we go. I'll make sure we're aligned for each track here. Okay, we're coming off the we're coming off the downhill for a little bit. I'll put the throttle back up to 100. Yeah, we need to put a couple of these cars in the siding here. We also need to start loading the iron ore soon. Do we have the brakes on? Nope. We don't have boards? We need boards. Holy crap. Alright. I will say, this game just looks beautiful, even on Unreal Engine 5 and everything. Like, it's a beautiful game, so... Can't wait to see what that... Like, now, granted, they haven't updated this game in a long time, but I don't really mind it. There's not very many bugs and glitches that I come across now. I've come across a few over the years, but, like, after the 1.0 launch, I didn't really come across much. So, the idea of this game kind of being a total mess, kind of not entirely true. It's not geared for true rail historian type things. It's not geared for that. It's more geared for, you like trains? Here's some trains. So that's kind of how I view this. This is more of a game where if you like trains, here's your train game type thing. You don't want to worry too much about it. Like, it's kind of that. It's not geared for like complex gameplay, which is kind of a good thing, at least in my opinion. If you want a game that's more complex, yeah, there are games to do that. I mean, look at Railroader. Railroader's kind of pretty complex, actually, at times, to deal with all the switching and everything. And then you got TTC and the multiplayer aspect and everything. So, a lot of those components can be actually pretty complex. This is drive train, deliver cargo, which is not bad. I do like that. I do like that about this game. I do like operating these trains and just running cargo trains around and whatnot. Wait, is there cargo to pick up there? We might have cargo to pick up. Hold on. I'm going to set the siding here. I'm going to set that over there. Oh, would you look at that? I left some cargo over here. Pulpwood racks and logs are there. I didn't think we had anything waiting. Like, it's been a while. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this game. So seeing that there's cargo actually waiting, that might actually be pretty good. Actually, we might be actually able to do something here. We might need to replace the motive power too as a result, as Lord knows this locomotive's not gonna pull all that stuff out. Did I turned the bell on. Alright, stop here. Stop shy of the crossover here, and then we'll back in and grab the rest of our train. Or, well, we'll back our train up, and then, yeah, that might be a beneficial option here. We'll still need the Class 70, because cordwood is a pain in the ass. Gotta admit. So, brakes on. A little bit more, a little bit more. And brakes. There you go. Alright, let's check what we got here in the yard. I never bothered checking this. I knew we had I had a feeling we would have cargo or something. The yard has been full for a while. Let's see what we got. Got cattle cars here. Here's our cars that we need to work. This is the cars that we're kind of. Shut up. Okay, we do have cordwood. Okay. I was wondering if we had more. These are heavy cars too. These are like really heavy. Let's see. We could do this. We have pipes too. I didn't even notice that. We have pipes. You take this to the dredger. Is there any? Yeah, there are tools. Pipes and tools. Nice. We actually have quite a bit of cargo we can take out. Big old manifest, actually. Cool. Woo. Oh, this is empty. What? That's empty? That's got tools in it. There's only one empty car. Is it just because I didn't have tools? Or did I not have to? Oh, I don't think I did. Did I not have enough? Hold on. Check over. A lot of locomotives over there. Yep, that is exactly what happened. We had no tools whatsoever. Okay, that explains a lot. Alright, so what are we missing over? Oh, it's raw iron, isn't it? Yep, raw iron's missing. Got it. We have plenty of coal, we have plenty of lumber, but we have no raw iron. That's gonna be fun. So what's our motive power out here? We might actually be able to do something with this. Let's see, what do we got in the roundhouse? We have a class 125. We got a couple class 125s out here, so that's good. Use them, maybe. And we have a Tweetsy engine right out here as well. Number 701, right? Yeah, 701. Soliano. Probably not the best locomotive to use, honestly. If I'm going to be honest. Maybe the 2 Class 125s would actually be a good option for this run. Okay. How long have I been recording here? 40 minutes, actually, eh? Alright. So what I probably should do... There's going to be some edits here and there, but let's see. We have... Let's see here. How heavy are you guys, honestly? You guys are quite heavy, actually. Okay, interesting. We should have 3 fully loaded yeah, 3 fully loaded cars, and then these 2 cars right here. All right. And how much is needed at the dredger, actually? Because that was my other plan, was actually to take a train to the dredger. Because we needed something. Double check here. Hush cow. Pipes is what we needed, eh? Alright, pipes and coal, really. So, don't we have, like, equipment down at the mines here as well that can be picked up as well? Here it is. Nah, there it is. There's a train there. Oh, the Tweetsy engine, right. And then we just have these... Oh, those are the stake flat cars. Oh, God. They're all up there. Ugh. That might be a problem. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Boy. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Well, this might be a time where, might have some issues. But we do have equipment that we need to pick up. We do have some cars. Let's see where we can drop off that. Basically, with what we have here, we can pull this train into the siding here, into the yard, rather. We'll pick up the cordwood and drop it off at the smelters, which is, I believe, what we need to do next, which is going to be a switching headache in and of itself. Let's see. Do you need... Yeah, that's what I thought. It needed a cordwood before it would produce any more... Wait, does it have raw iron? It has raw iron, I think. Does it? I can't tell. That's either rails or raw iron that it's out of, but I can't tell. Oh, God. And then I think the coal mines, which are up here. Let's see if I can move the damn camera. Okay. There's a bunch of coal cars, too. Are they loaded? Nope. So that's full. That's good. Does need beams, though. And you need beams as well. Jesus Christ. We got fuel out here. Oil. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So, we've got quite a bit of work to do, honestly, I gotta admit. Is that a depot? What is that? Yeah, woodcutter. Okay. Alright, well, this is gonna be interesting, to say the least. Because, originally I was just gonna do a straight shot out to the cattle farm over here and drop off the cargo. But now that might not be the case. We might have to pick up multiple cars and take them all to the smelters here. Pick up the cordwood and take it to the smelters as well. Which, the way I've set this industry up was always was kind of a pain in the ass, but that was kind of what I wanted to do anyway. I should check on what that is, honestly, but oh well. And let me double check here, timing wise. It's only 12 p.m. Alright, let's see. The sawmill over there? Over by the dredger? How's the sawmill doing? I haven't checked on that either. We're gonna have a massive drag that we need to take over as well. With how many cars we have to drop off here. Okay, you... Oh yeah, you have no logs. Okay, cool. All right, well that's gonna be interesting to say the least. All right, what are we doing? 45 minutes now. Just trying to figure things out here, and it's just like, okay, what do we do now? What do we do now? What do we do now? I think I have a plan now, but that'll have to wait for next episode. So like and comment down below, subscribe if you guys want more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.